crowd today. There's going to be standing room only come tomorrow. So once again, welcome to Nightmare Nights Dallas 2015, our third year, and there are a lot of you out here tonight. So that's great to see. I'm Jeremy Soule, known as Chef Sandy in the Brony community. This is my co-chairman, Bob Carr. And in the grand scheme of things, we're really not that important. We're just guys that dress up in suits and pretend we're important because the actual people you're here to see are our guests. And we'll be introducing those guys here in just a minute. First of all, though, I want to hand the mic over to my friend Coda Brony here from the Brony Thank You Fund. He has a quick spiel that he would like to give you. Come on up.
Hey all. So first of all, I'd like to thank the convention for making space for us. As you know, the convention has their own charity work they're doing through the auction, and I would highly encourage you to bid high and bid often when they have the auction on Saturday. We are doing fundraising for the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston. We have a goal of raising about $30,000 this year. We're pretty close. There's a couple of ways that you can help us this weekend, and at least one of them will help you too. So for a $5 donation, you'll see us, we're right outside the dealer's room entrance. We have the big banners up. You'll get this little pin that says, I help buck cancer. You go look through the dealer's room, you'll see over half the vendors have signs up that say, show your discount button here and save. A lot of them are offering more than $5 in discounts if you show that button. So that's, before you go in the dealer's room, see us first and save money and help save people from cancer. If you want to, give us another $7 for $12 total. We'll give you our beautiful 2016 calendar, and we'll give you a button. So with that, I will turn it back to you, sir, and I hope you all have a great convention.
Thank you very much. Well, all right, at this point, I will hand things back over to my better talking co-chair, Mr. Carr. He can word gooder than I sure can. And he will be doing the introduction, so I'll get out of the way.
Thank you, Sandy. Now, our first guest, a scholar, a gentleman, a raconteur, a world traveler who delights audiences wherever he goes. Oh, that was the introduction I was writing for Mitch Larson. Okay, full papers. Well, Foley often expresses uncertainty as to why he's so well received everywhere he goes, and we keep telling him the answer is simple. He classes up the joint and he smuggles in Kinder eggs. Ladies and gentlemen, Nightmare Nights moderator for life, and victim of all the abuse we can pour on him, Full Papers.
That was on my bucket list. Walk on stage with that song playing. So
For the record, Foley was our only guest to request walk-up music. Personally, I would have gone with Hollywood Swingers by Kool and the Gang, but okay.
Now we have
That wasn't meant as an insult, it's just the greatest walk-up music of all time. I beg your pardon?
Oh.
And nothing of value was lost.
At this point, I know better than to try and respond to him because he's too good.
Well, and you know.
How many people were here last year when he completely destroyed me? Let's not get into that.
Well, you know, free pass for me. Story time. Oh, I handed him a package. It was a gift, and he asked me if it was going to explode. And I'm like, look, because a bearded man of Middle Eastern descent hands you a package does not mean.
And that was not even close to what I meant. But like I said, I know better than to try and engage him in a battle of wits because I'm just not well enough equipped.
You Brits just cannot do any good in the Middle East. Okay. Moving along. Our next, welcome to the introductions for this year, where I had the guests write each other's introductions. Our next guest speaks through his art. He never says a word, but he leaves little post-it-sized statements everywhere, keeping 3M in business all by himself. And his pictures are a window into his soul, which people immediately pull down, wad up, and throw away. Ladies and gentlemen, the Post-it Pony. It's a fact. Our next guest, moving on, has assured me personally that there's a lot more to being one of the most successful producers and mixers of electronic dance music in the Brony fandom today. You don't just have to hit play, sometimes you have to hit sync. Ladies and gentlemen, the happiest of pandas until about 30 seconds ago, DJ Garnica.
Sup, Texas? Gorgeous.
No! Derrickson! I tell you what.
Should I keep saying stuff or do you want to roast the next person?
They're just excited to see
Holy,
it.
knock yourself out.
Alright. Hi. You either know who I am and love me or you have no idea.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
I'm that dude, I'm that like first face in that first Brony doc. He was talking about how his friend sent him the episode on Skype. He's like, hey, have you seen this show? It's called My Little Pony Friendship Special. I'm not kidding.
That
Like,
guy.
that is actually me. That is my start in the fandom. Like, not like, yeah, a couple meetups, but no, just straight documentary. That was it.
Feeling displaced by the horse fame on the stage? Okay. And now a writer. Josh Haber has always been a risk taker. Born to an Academy Award winning jewel thief and an Emmy nominated hitman. Josh was raised to kill first and ask questions last. Josh's motto is, the biggest risk is not taking a risk. Sorry, none of that's true. Josh is scared to death most of the time, and I was just trying to make him sound more interesting. Josh, as we all know, wrote many episodes of My Little Pony, and as we all know, when we heard him on various panels whining about it, he cried his way through the entire process. As he has mentioned, he hates writing only a little less than he hates himself. But, you know, what's not to like about him, right? I mean, there's his, well, there's the way he, you know what, I can't spend any more time on all of his attributes, so let's just bring him up here. Welcome to the stage, Josh Haber.
I actually specifically requested Eminem's "Lose Yourself" as my walk on. I don't know what happened there. Guess I'll just have to live in her room. Hi.
Sounds
The
good.
weirdest AA meeting I've ever been to.
Again, as my credit card is down for the incidentals for all of your rooms, I did not write any of these. Okay? no one to blame but each other. Okay. Next, I'd like to invite a close, dear, personal friend of mine. In fact, the two of us are so close, I decided to have someone else write this introduction because I needed an outside perspective. Actually, we're so in tune that sometimes she'll send me a text about something right when I'm thinking of it, and I'll be like, get out of my head. Yeah, there she goes again. Anyway, it gives me such great pleasure to bring to the stage a writer of such immense talent that the entire city of Los Angeles could not contain it, and the entertainment industry as a whole requested that she move. Also the winner of the vaunted Writer with the Most Cats Award, and 6-time title winner of the WWE Champion for Imaginative Thinking, Natasha Levenger. Our next guest of honor really needs no introduction, but we made one for her anyway. Our journey for this talented young lady begins in a galaxy far, far... Oh, that still can't get the Force Awakens trailer out of my head. How terrible is BB-8, right? R2.
Pretty cool.
R2 forever. Didn't write it. Seriously though, we've seen this guest's color since the very beginning of the IDW comic series. She's brought life to the art of so many talented artists and made the MLP comic world spring into vivid color. Though not just known for MLP, she's worked on Ninja Turtles and Godzilla from IDW as well. What few may know, though, is that she was recently released from AA. That's Amiibos Anonymous. Didn't even make it a day. She's a very avid gamer, will take on all challengers in Splatoon, and probably kick our collective planks. Before we bring up this amazing guest, we must preface a warning. If she recommends any anime to you this weekend, know full well that not only will you fall so deeply in love with it, you will empty your bank account collecting every Figma and statue associated with the anime. This is not hypothetical at all, is this? Please help me welcome the talented, the adorable Heather Breckle.
I'm sure some of you guys have remember during BabsCon, the big infamous Kern thing. So I just wanted to make it public, the appropriate way to say Kern. Just Kern!
For those of you who are not attending the con in San Francisco, Kern, just roll with it. All right. A lot of work went into this one. Jen Blake brings all the waifus to the yard. She makes super kawaii anime comics, and her dream is to go to Japan to be the best mangaka. Wow. Back in college, I taught Japanese, can't tell. Please welcome a very talented artist who has some very, very wrong ideas about Best Pony. Jen Blake. I'll be down here if you guys need me.
The goddess of thunder!
I don't know what that means.
Her dream is still a ways away. Okay. She's Russian and looks fabulous in purple and green. She has the biggest heart and enjoys gemstones with her morning coffee. She's a comedian, radio host, a mayor, and the best darn philosopher up north in Canada. It actually says Canadian. Give it up for Kathy. I voice all your waifus. Weasel Luck.
Because they were saying like, do you want to go to this place like called Nightmare Nights? And I said, yeah. And I'm like, I got here and I was thinking to myself like, whoa, like wind and like total rain and like thunderstorms and like even a hurricane coming. Like, how did you guys pull off those effects? Seriously. I was like totally looking for Discord and he's not here or anything. That's what it was. Great to be here, you guys. Can't wait for the weekend, the rest of it. Awesome. Thanks for coming.
I have no way to follow that up. No, I can't. So here's what we'll do. Autographs start in 15 minutes.
That's it?
That's one way to do it, Bob. Also, unfortunately, because Jimi Evans and Mariah Hendricks, they are on their way, but thanks to the lovely weather that Spike described to us, they've been a bit delayed and will be here as soon as they can. They spent far longer in the air than they probably hoped to, and they'll be here when they be. Goodness me. It's been a long day, folks, and it's only Friday. It's only going to get more entertaining to y'all. So,
there is one thing I do have to say. So, we requested that our various guests of honor write each other's introductions and have some roasty fun with it, right? So the American guests were like, sure thing, King. The Canadians, not so much.
they're far too polite.
We're sorry, We're not comfortable saying those things about our colleagues. And it's like, way to play the type, guys.
We have to hold a Canadian tradition.
Yeah, year one, I almost died. Fully held a door for me and said, after you, and I said, no, after you, and he said, no, I insist. And Peter New, who can do any accent anywhere in the world, walks up behind me and says, what we have here is a Canadian standoff. I laughed so hard. In all seriousness, this is it. This is the kickoff. All right, all the good stuff is yet to come. Get your autographs tonight for our sponsors, our premium sponsors, and our celestial sponsors. Enjoy tonight's panels. Have fun. Take a look at the con panels. Sunday, Cartapalooza. Don't miss it. Gonna be a blast. Charity auction tomorrow at 3. Don't miss it. One-of-a-kind items.
It's really cool stuff, too.
I do mean one-of-a-kind. Yep. Who wants a Tara Strong and Lauren Faust and John Delancey autographed copy of the first Brony documentary that failed to sell at Las Pegasus? Yeah, I got that one up.
Comes with a free curse.
The Scottish Con. Yeah, let's see, what else? We have a deleted scene written by Amy Keating Rogers, the original script signed featuring Derpy that never got aired. Come put some coin down on that. Guys, that's it from us. I went and followed up Kathy and now I feel like a total schlub.
It's okay, and the name is Westluck.
Welcome to Texas, Kathy.
Friendly.
Anything more than 2 syllables and we just kind of fall apart. I am Bob Carr, pleasure to meet you again.
Alright, well again, thank you guys for being here. We will be, the sponsor, super sponsor, session sponsor, autograph session will be downstairs in Palm here in about 15 minutes. And we'll have the Wonderballs here on stage here in just a bit. In the meantime, I think there's still some time to go swing through the vendor hall too. So
I actually
Go forth.
have a surprise for one of our
right.
guests. If I
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. I completely forgot the Foley surprise.
If you'll
Looking
all
one
bear
on
with me,
stage
is that-
to be out of range.
may. So, how do I begin this? How many people are familiar with this little English show called Doctor Who? Excellent.
They're all on it right now.
Now hide because there's a Dalek. No. As Bob mentioned, I have a tendency to smuggle in English sweets when I come into the country for these cons, and I tend to ask the guests, what would you like? And most people say something like Jaffa cakes or Cadbury chocolate, that sort of thing. I asked Jen Blake once what she wanted me to bring into the country. Her response was interesting. It was a bit of a challenge. She said, and I quote, "Jenna Coleman in a big red bow." Now, Jenna Coleman, as some of you might know, plays the Doctor's latest companion, and this is kind of a tricky request, but I'm never one to shrink from a challenge. And England, it's a very small country. There are only about 5 people in there, and we all know each other. So I thought, right, I'll call in some favors. I'll see what I can do. So I called out some people, and they called out some people, and actually, believe it or not, we were able to get Jenna Coleman in a big red bow here for Jen Blake. Could we bring up Jenna Coleman, please? So Jen, it took me a while, but I hope that lives up to expectations. The looks they gave me at Customs and Immigration. That's my +1, that's the best I can do. That's it from me. Rest of you should say something.
Thank you for ending this on a high note. That's it. This is over. We'll see you here just a little bit later, and we'll see you tomorrow. We've got a whole bunch of awesome stuff lined up. Go have fun, make some friends.
I so thought that it was gonna